Today I am doing a get ready with me for a very big day. Let's get ready with me for a very big day today. Glasses off, blind. Today a lot of things are happening and I'm very excited for them all. We are getting a cat today. A second cat. We have a wonderful little boy named Gomez. He is a tuxedo, and we will be getting a little orange girl today, a little Genji, and I am so excited. Maybe I'll pop a picture of her somewhere here. We went to the shelter. Story time. We went to the shelter, and it's a beautiful, it's like 10 minutes down the road. It's a no-kill shelter where we live, called, well, I won't say the name, just to like protect our privacy, but we went to a really lovely no-kill shelter. The staff who work there are incredible, and we had called them earlier in the day saying that we wanted to adopt a cat. We were looking for an orange one specifically. Something about how orange ones don't have more than like half a brain cell really spoke to me. Our cat is so cute. His name's Gomez, and we got him off the street in 2024. So we've had him for 2 years, and he is like my husband's cat. He loves me. He'll still hang out with me, but he like sleeps on my husband while my husband works. And I have always felt like I had no idea that he was like he's just like a very anxious cat. And I had no idea that he wasn't like fully letting me hold him until we went to this shelter. And I was just like petting some cats through the grate. We didn't really care. I mean, we wanted an orange cat, but we were open to like any cat that kind of like spoke to us or picked us. The cat we had called about was a little tripod. He was missing a little leg, and his name's Smoothie. Big fluffy orange cat, long hair. My husband was a little concerned about long hair, but we get there and someone else has adopted Smoothie. So we were like, okay, maybe we're not getting a cat today. Let's just like look and see if anyone else speaks to us. And we looked around. We were like, this one's really cute. They're like, someone's adopted them. They had these like placards up if someone had been adopted. And we're looking around. There's a really cute one who we pet for a bit. Someone else had called and already adopted them. So we were striking out. So many cute cats. Obviously, I mean, any cat there was stunning. And then we go around the corner and there are 2 little orange cats. Now, when we had called, they had said that there were no more orange cats, that it was Smoothie or bust. Smoothie had been adopted though, like I said. And so we were like, okay, maybe not an orange cat. Maybe we're not getting an orange cat today. But we go around the corner and there are 2 orange cats that were not there earlier. They had just gotten out of their vet check, which is why they weren't down when we called a few hours prior. Things change very quickly at this pantry. We have an outdoor cat that we were trying to home a few months ago, and he is going to a friend. We're keeping him safe until my friend can come get him. But anyway, we had called them before and they were like, we are full. Like, we never have space. So when we called, like, things completely changed in the few hours that it took for us to get there. So we look around, there's these 2 orange cats. 2 girls. Now we were looking for a male orange cat. These are 2 little girly orange girls. And immediately I'm like, oh, these are very cute. One of them, they're in like little, they're obviously like in, not cages, they're like cute little cubbies. They're like wooden, they have a lot of soft spaces to play. They have like an area that's like large that has litter box, it has 2 levels, and then they have like a little like more enclosed zone that's kind of like their safe zone. And one of them was sitting in there, and I went up and I was like, hi, and all the other cats had come right up and wanted to be pet. This one wanted nothing to do with us. Her name was Maisie. And we were like, oh, okay. But then I look next door and Maisie's sister is there and she has the cutest little eyes. She's just like pops her head up and I was like, hi. And my husband was like, can we open, like, can we hold one? And the guy was like, yeah, of course. Let me close the door. So he closed the door. We open it. And I was like, oh my God. Cause our cat he's an anxious boy. and he loves us, but he can like get spooked. So I put my hand in very gently, and like I had scratches from our other cat, but I was like, oh god, is she gonna bite me? Because I see her kind of like back up a second. She immediately flops over and like is nudging her head into my hand, and I pick her up really easily. She's like snuggling into my arm, and the guy who worked there was like, oh, that's your cat. She was waiting for you. She hasn't done that all day. And I was like, okay, we're getting a cat. So we walked out. We snuggled her for a little bit more, and then we walked out and we filled out the paperwork and we adopted her. So today we are going to pick her up. She was not available for us to take home yesterday because she had just been spayed, and so the vet needed to come and do one more check before we could take her. So the vet is doing that check probably as we speak, and we will be going to get her after my husband's done with work today. So what a plot twist. Things have been, I mean, if you've been following along, I just kind of started this content creation journey this month. I had been more like posting my static art in the past, and I've really leaned in since losing my job. But if you've been following along, you know this has been a month for us. My dad in the hospital, my husband losing his job, my husband getting a job, me losing my job the same day my husband gets a job. So it's been like give and take and just like up and down. And my dad's home from the hospital. I have a very promising job interview today at my husband's company, actually, and we are getting a cat. So we're ending March on a bang. We went to PetSmart then yesterday. The adoption fee was $100, which we were prepared for. They go up to like $350 there. But this little diva is so dear. She's so dear. She just like I didn't realize that our current cat Gomez is so anxious because when she jumped into my arms, she like let me hold her, and I was like, oh, I have not ever felt this before, because our poor little guy is so anxious. And I was just like, oh, this is what it's like to hold a cat. He's very much my husband's cat. He will sleep on my husband. I've walked into his office. We both work from home. And I've walked into his office before, and Gomez is just like sitting on his lap, fully asleep, taking up his entire lap. And my poor husband is like using the mouse with his other hand on his leg. And I'm like, sweetie, he's a cat. You can move him. And my husband's always like, no, it's fine. I'm just like, you are using the keyboard upside down and you're using your mouse on your leg. You can move him. But I had not had that with a cat before. So, I mean, Gomez is very anxious. My office is also orange. As you've seen, my office is orange. So I think my husband's vibe is just like calmer and more what he needs. So I was never like, I mean, I'm a little offended. I was a little hurt that our cat didn't want to be held by me, but I was like, it's fine. He has a person. And my husband does the litter box and does the feedings. And so I was like, it's fine. That's your cat. But I really wanted like my cat. And I found her, and she is so beautiful. I'm just so in love. I'm so excited to get her today. And I'm a very anxious person too, which is why I think Gomez and I don't need to be holding each other. My husband calms both of our anxieties. But yeah, Gomez is anxious. I'm anxious. This little sweetheart girl just like leapt into my arms, and she was like not fully keen on my husband, and I was like, oh, this is my cat. This is my cat. We are doing this. So I am really excited to pick her up today. I could barely sleep. I got to bed at like 1:30 a.m. I was cleaning my office because I wanted her to have like space to play. We went to PetSmart, got her a ton of toys, got her everything she needed, and I was just like, I could not sleep. I could not sleep. It was so hard to sleep last night. So yeah, that is what's happening today. Okay, I believe the recording was interrupted. That was actually the shelter calling. We are getting her home today. We just set the pickup time which is so exciting. There was a problem with like calling our landlord, and so I had to give them a different number. We live right down the road from them, and so this guy's like, yep, vet checks out. They had to call and confirm the vet. They had to call and confirm everything. It's crazy the hoops that we've had to jump through for this one, because our first Gomez was taken off the street. He was taken off the street, and so we obviously had no paperwork to fill out to get him. We just picked him up. So anyway, I lost my train of thought because we were chatting, and then the lovely people at the pet pantry, I forget where we left off because the lovely people at the shelter called to say that our girl is ready to pick up tonight. I am so excited. They just have to call our landlord and confirm that we like live here, and then we're set to go. I'm so excited. We definitely have some concern about introducing a new cat to Gomez. We're hoping it won't be a problem. Honestly, I think so. When we first got Gomez, he was with a family that found him on the street, and they were like, oh, he does not like other cats. And we were like, okay, that's fine. Like, at the time, we just wanted one cat, and we were like, okay, that's cool, that's fine. I'm allergic, as we found out the night we brought him home. I got hives, so I managed that with antihistamines now and air filters and vacuums, and it's totally fine, which is how we're okay getting another. But anyway, they were like, he doesn't like other cats. So we had some concern about that, but we also found out when we brought him home that he had so many problems in his mouth. He was in a lot of pain. They were like, he's really quiet and snuggly, and they had him 10 weeks. They did not take him to the vet in that time, which was a little concerning to us, but we got him home. We took him to the vet and found out that he had a lot of dental problems, which is probably why he was in pain. And we kind of deduced from that might be why he wasn't a fan of other cats. So we're hoping to introduce them today in a very like safe, low stress situation. He is an anxious boy. We're hoping to introduce them tonight. We're gonna like let them say hi through a door. Gomez uses the downstairs bathroom. That's where his litter box and like his little hidey hole is. So we're gonna put him in there and let her walk up. We're gonna let her explore the house, and then we have a second bathroom where she is gonna go, just so that Gomez kind of has his house to sleep in and we can hear them because the second bathroom's upstairs by the master. So that is the plan for today. If you have cats, or it's not unsolicited. I'm asking for advice. If you have cats, feel free to let me know any tips for introducing them. My husband grew up with cats. I grew up with German Shepherds. So the cat thing is still kind of new to me, and I really love them. I love the cats. But if you have any tips for introducing, we are a little nervous about Gomez. I think it'll be fine though. I think that a big part of the reason why he didn't like other cats was that he had so much going on in his, he needed 6 teeth removed. He just got another 2 removed this year. I kind of think that that's why he was like not into animals. He was also on the street, and when you're on the street, when you're on the street, you obviously are not like, you don't feel safe. You feel kind of territorial, and so we honestly think that it had to do with that, and not, the fact that he actually doesn't like other animals. But that's kind of the situation today. Ugh, Trixie, sweetie. I love this palette. Anyway, we have that tonight. I'm expecting another call from the shelter shortly. But we have that tonight. We normally have dance lessons in the evening. We go dancing. We started taking dance lessons for our wedding because we didn't want to choreograph anything, but we wanted to like know what we were doing. So we did that, and then we learned our song so quickly for our first dance that they were like, you have time, do you want to learn another dance? And so we learned a swing dance and performed that. Not performed. Yeah, I guess. The people were into it. We performed that at our wedding too, to like open up the dance floor, and that was very fun. I keep getting like this hair in my eye. You want to get a hair in your eye and it's just like irritating you, can't get it out. I am going in with the Gleamsicle too today. I normally don't like a sheen, but ooh, it's delicious. Oh, that's delicious. Speaking of delicious, oh my god. Every week we meal plan and we try to pick something new to do. And this week I'm doing a brown butter cod, which I'm excited about. And I also have in the fridge right now a boeuf bourguignon, a la Julia Child and New York Times Cooking adapted it. Melissa Clark, I love her recipes. So I made that last night. That's in the fridge now. You can like let the flavors meld overnight in the fridge. You scrape off the fat from the top and then you can reheat it. So I'm doing that tonight. That's very exciting. That is very exciting. So, as I said, I also have an interview today. So we're doing that. Oh my gosh. Not to brag. I don't really get nervous for interviews. I am pretty good at talking about my work. I mean, if you think about it, an interview, it's really just a conversation. You're trying to find out as much as they are. You want to get a good sense of the company or whoever you're going to be working with. And it's really less about like grilling you as it is both of these parties figuring out if they're a good match. And when I started looking at interviews that way, they became a lot less daunting and a little more fun. I also think that you need to go into the confidence of a like nepo baby white male in every interview. That is my real professional advice. I went in with that energy at my last company and I not only got promoted once, I got promoted twice in one round. I skipped 2 levels because I asked. That was it. I asked. I interviewed. The interviews went very well. They offered me a senior role and I said I would very much like a supervisor management role. And they were like, we'll consider it. And I went, yeah. And then they offered it to me. And then you need to ask for more money because white men love to do that too. But you need to ask for more money. You need to be confident in yourself and your abilities. And yeah, I don't know what to tell you. You need to go in with the just complete unbridled confidence of a white man in Silicon Valley, stocks. It's the energy you need to go in with. We're now on to eyes. Now, a lot of products I've been loving lately, I talked about this in my most recent video, the Master Mats by Makeup by Mario. And I would recommend this to anyone who wants to get ready quickly because all you do is just spackle it on and then I take a brush. Wow, it's blending seamlessly. I would recommend this to anyone who wants to do makeup without a mirror. I would recommend it to anyone who wants to do like a quick little look for the office. I love it as a blank canvas. Really beautiful. I have other colors too. I have taupe and I have sienna. I'm gonna go in with taupe because I just want to set my eyes up for success here. I just want to like give a little something on the outer corner. You see, it's like dot dot. So simple. So simple. A different fluffy brush. And then, oh, there we go. Just taking that up and over. I go a little in there, kind of like a 90s eye. I think that makeup history is such a cool way to kind of see what we're doing now, get inspiration. And then in the 90s, we were kind of pulling it in here, which gives you a little bit of contour. It's really pretty. Bringing it down, not too far, but just kind of highlighting under the brow. That's stunning. I've been doing, okay, Pet Shelter called again. We are confirmed for tonight. Anyway, I have been doing my makeup for, oh my god, I've been doing my makeup for almost 15 years. That's crazy. And the first 10 years of those 15 years were rather rough. We were working on a tight budget. We were working with not the best information. I mean, think 2012, 2016. That was the information we were working with. What palette are we going in with today? I need confidence. I need drag. So, we're going in with a Britney palette, obviously. Look at her. Just look at her. Look at her. Oh my god. Gonna do my little ooh. I needed to do my little transition. Cute. Here, wait if I get it up close. Look at those colors. Oh my god. So I'm gonna go in with a super, super fluffy brush. And we're gonna go in with the orangey color here, Sunset Strip. Now, Trixie, Brittany, sweetie, look at that color. That deep, rich color. Look at her. Now, I do have an interview today, so we're doing subtle. We're not, you know, as Jules LeBron so wisely said, the way I show up to the interview is the way I show up to the job. I'm not going to the interview like Marge Simpson and showing up to the job like Patty and Selma. Not very demure. I know that's an old meme. I don't care. Guys, the same way that being a white man in the workplace unlocks opportunities, you need to not care what anyone thinks about you on the internet, which I guess is kind of still being like a white man. I mean, if a pedophile criminal can, you know, achieve the presidency, you can ask for a raise. Bring that in. Oh, that's stunning. Oh, that's stunning. Oh. It is happening. It's happening for us. It's happening to us. I'm going to go in with the moodier red in Scandal with a super, super fluffy Morphe brush. I love Morphe brushes. They're so much more affordable. I've used Sephora Pro brushes. I've used ColourPop brushes. I've had the same ColourPop brush set since I was like 15, 10 years ago. And like, holy crap. It's just stunning. Blending it, blending, down, down, down. Look at that. It really does not take much from this palette to put together a nice look. It really does not. And I love this palette because it's so versatile. Like it has those neutrals and then it has the va-va-voom. Now I also always go in with, I'm gonna go in with those two colors under the eye just to connect it. You wanna connect. Putting shadow under your eyelashes after doing concealer might seem counterproductive. It used to seem counterproductive to me. We're giving the appearance of a gentler lash. We're giving the appearance of a fuller lash. I said gentler, I don't know why. Oh, stunning. And then I'm going in with, now this it's raggedy. We're going in with my raggedy brush into the shade Powder Room. And that's not packing the way I want it to. So I'm gonna switch my brush. I'm going in with a packer from Morphe, packing on that shadow. I've talked about this before, but makeup is really just shadow and light. Portion of the eye, we're bringing it down. Opens it up. It really opens it up. Bringing it across. Look at that. Look at that. It's happening. And then I go in just again with that fluffy brush. We want everything to be blended. And there we have it. Now this eye is not giving what I want it to. I'm a little frustrated. I'm gonna go with a finger. There we go. It was just not wanting to take on that lighter pigment. Okay, stunning. And then I am gonna go in with a different brush now. This is like a packer. And I'm going right in the inner corner. There we go. Flipping the brush. And we're gonna go in with Hollywoodland. Now this is that gorgeous, stunning shimmer. Take that all across the eye. That's beautiful. Oh, that's just gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, took it on the inner corner there. That's the va-va-voom. It's the va-va-voom. That is so stunning. Brittany, Miss Brittany and Miss Trixie. I'm gonna go under the brow bone. That's it. She really is that girl. She really is that girl. Someone online the other day was like, she's just a makeup artist. Why do we care what she thinks about me? And I was like, I've posted like fewer than 10 makeup videos. The fact that we're already calling me a makeup artist feels like a win to me. So People on the internet are so silly. You guys are so silly. It's crazy. Ooh. I wasn't planning on doing a wing that wingy, but when the wing wings, we gotta do the wing. So going under, I'm just accentuating under very, very gently, very slightly. And all we're doing, do you see the slight difference? We're accentuating the lashes. I learned how to be a functioning member of society by watching YouTube videos. And yeah. I'm gonna go in with powder there. I like that. I like that a lot. The noises I make while doing this are so silly. And that's just gonna accentuate. It's looking a little dark. It's looking a little dark. I promise you it won't be. We are gonna go on top. And here we start to come together. I love that she gives a dark brown and a dark black because I am not normally like a dark black girl. I'm normally a dark brown. The black's nice for bringing in a little bit of depth to the eyes. We do look like a raccoon, but we're about to fix that. Okay, we really did it today. We really did it. I am gonna go in a little. Now I'm gonna smoke out. I think I just wanna like extend. Just gonna extend it a little. I just wanna smoke that edge. And want like a very, very subtle. Do you see how I just, yeah, that's heavy? It's a little lighter. There we go. There we go. Very, very subtle. Very subtle. I'm just taking that up and out. Now that is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Oh my god. Look at that. It's really something. It's really something. I am gonna take a little bit then of that Sunset Boulevard. Or no, Sunset Strip. And I'm just taking that under. I want to continue to smoke that out. I realize we've like accidentally done like a smoky eye with this palette. I'm not mad about it. These are stunning colors. I mean, Brittany and Trixie really, I mean, we knew they had to collab, but for the collab to go this hard, sweetie, I think their only mistake was making it limited edition. They made it limited edition, they brought it back once, and I'm like, sweetie, she needs to be permanent. You need to have Brittany on the payroll. You need to have her on the payroll after this. The Hollywood collection, and I'm so glad they did Hollywood and not like Cowgirl. I feel like she did her Cowgirl thing. And now it was time to like be an adult. Take us to Hollywood. Look at that. Now, Tinseltown is so gorgeous. She has a job interview today. We're gonna do subtle. We're doing subtle today. Oh, look at that. Look at her go. Oh, okay. Now we're going in with mascara. Lashes. You know I'm doing the chocolate Better Than Sex from Too Faced. I don't know who decided to name this Better Than Sex. They probably have never had sex. Okay. Oof. Yeah. And we're not done with lashes, by the way. Don't think that we're getting away with that like little flutter on the edge. There we go. We're lifting the eye open. We're lifting. Always lifting. Everything needs to go up. And then Colossal Bubble. Now, I did not like this formula at first. Might have been user error, but when I apply it on top of the Too Faced in chocolate, and this Colossal Bubble is in the color brownish black, so it deepens it just a touch. There we go. Do you see the difference? Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like this one at first. It just didn't apply right to my bare eyes, my bare lashes. It applies so much better when it has something underneath to kind of grip it. But yeah, I love this combo. Trixie, sweetie, hire me. Hire me or send me PR, girl. Ooh. Oh my god, I love myself. Go into the confidence not just of a white man, but a white gay drag queen. Yeah. Lips. Now we're doing lips. Ola Henriksen scrub. I love this. It makes them so soft. Love the packaging. So easy to get open. Now I said we're going simple. So we're gonna do simple. I'm going in with the Kulfi in Flames. It just glides like butter. And we did drama on the eyes today, so I mean you can do drama everywhere, but I do want to go a little simpler on the lip just because we do have a job interview today. We're trying to be very subtle divas. I take a darker color and I go under the bottom, makes the lip look bigger. So I go under there, makes it bigger. Again, shadow and light. Doing it darker under there gave us the illusion of a shadow. And then I'm gonna go in with, this is the Lip Glossy Sweet. Just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Ooh, she is set. Ooh. She is set. Okay. And that is the final look. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I am gonna go. I'm gonna do my interview. And yes, that's happening. I'm gonna go do my interview. Gonna crush it. And tomorrow I will see you maybe with a little special guest. Bye.